Line gets set, first down. Handoff from the gun. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. The Noles will hustle to the line. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready.
All kinds of running room. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. And the Noles will line it up on 1st and 10. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Quick release on the RPO. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. And the Seminoles are moving quickly down the field. When Bobby Bowden built this program, high-flying offenses, great quarterback play, innovation, and that's what they hope they'll see on display today.
Man, and it was year after year, man. He found so many elite athletes, such good recruiting in the state of Florida, and when the Seminoles get those guys, man, those teams fly.
Reads it, fires complete. Touchdown, Florida State! Reeled it in and just made the house call. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Ball is coming out to the 40 after that penalty on the kickoff. Offense working from the pistol. Here's the handoff. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Defense showing blitz here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Coming after him. Had to throw it before he wanted. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds. The shot that clears will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Bringing it back, it's Rice. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Now the play fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Snatches it on the right. He's off to the races. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Noles!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They are going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they could not have finished with more style. An 87-yard touchdown pass. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The give to the tailback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Chanticleers decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. On the return, it's Rice. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You can tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Pocket starts to collapse. Got room to work. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he'll pick up the first down after a tough run there. The Seminoles have this offense rolling. They'll throw it on first down. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll try the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. 7th play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Steps away to find some room.
These guys aren't human either. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
The RPO, it's complete. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? He's loose down the left side. And he's brought down after a huge completion. Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. He wants to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
This guy's had all of college football talking after coming away with 3 sacks in his first game, and he already notches his first sack in this one. What a terror he has been on offenses early this season.
Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him lose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Getting some heat. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. The shot that clears will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the officials spot it. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Pulls and fires complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down. To the ground with the back. Stopped at the 41-yard line after the 5-yard gain. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. At the 45, on his way. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the 1st period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the 1st quarter and built a nice lead to get started. 1st down to start the drive after the break. He's going to pass. Looking for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Seminoles. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Nevada. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the shot to clears want to crank the tempo. Looking to pass on 2nd down. And down he goes back at the 3. He spent his whole career in the backfield, now 40 career sacks.
That is absolutely insane. A guy that can get to the quarterback that much. You know where he's at, Palmer. He's on the end of the line of scrimmage most of the time. You're pointing to him. There's the guy we got to make sure that doesn't make the play, and he gets to the quarterback time and time again.
There are very few players, I think, in college football, David, that you need to know where they line up each and every play because they're going to disrupt everything. This guy has been that all throughout his career. 40 sacks. That is unbelievable.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
He's got great speed, and the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Moving away from pressure. It's complete to the right.
The pass rush has got to do a better job with their lane integrity. You cannot let this particular quarterback with his speed flush out to the right or to the left, because he's absolutely going to kill you. You've got to do a better job collapsing the pocket and forcing him to step up into the teeth of your rush.
The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
He's got his man. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. The Seminoles are on the move. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now it's second and goal. Running back goes in motion. Now on the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Florida State! And they take it in for 6 more points.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
28, Coastal Carolina, 0.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And the defense just gets their 4th sack of the day. And guess what? This offensive line, they gave up 4 last week, too. So you need some consistency up front. Make sure you protect that QB that can make those big plays for you.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's second and long. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Makes the grab on the left. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. The give on the inside. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything.
And the defense gets to the quarterback. The Noles are in the hurry-up.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
On second down, looking to throw. Going deep. And they say this is a game of inches, just a few more inches in the field of play, and it would have been a big gain. Instead, it's incomplete. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Knocked down quickly after the pick, and that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. A third and long coming up here. Defense showing blitz. Will they bail out of it? Catch in the middle. It's Algier. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The shot that clears line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt.
And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He gets a block. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Not much coaches love more than finding points on special teams, and that 94-yard touchdown return gave it to them. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Takes the easy completion.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. Picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Beal.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to him. And the Knowles headed quickly to the line. On second down, he'll fire. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. He wants to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard.
Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Looking for a productive play on first down. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Now on first down from the 30. He's going to pass. Fires left. Got his man downfield. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Unleashes one deep. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, no! He is dialed in. David, remember when we called Jameis Winston's debut? 27 passes, not one hit the ground. The 2 incompletions were caught out of bounds. This guy's locked in like that.
Locked in, dialed in. And when you're compared to Jameis Winston, and by the way, I mean, he was in fuego that night. It was awesome to be there. Those are the kind of guys that catapult you to the next level and bring Florida State back.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
And the Seminoles will boot it away to start the second half. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you've got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Going downfield for the big play. Fires into traffic, picked off.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He's got an open man. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Seminoles in the hurry up.
Second down coming up.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown Seminoles. And the punishment has been extended.
Number 7.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A bit of an under-the-radar game this week, guys, but take a look at this. Boston College will need to mount a comeback, but these fans remember when Zay Flowers earned All-America honors. They know this game is not over. They're trailing by just 4 to Nevada. For now, it's back to you fellows, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Feeling some heat. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Listen, if I'm a QB, 2nd down, I want to check the ball down and get a manageable 3rd down. But when this defense is flying around like this, so fast closing out, he got to that running back, got him on the ground so fast, the running back had nowhere to go.
He makes a catch. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense. And the shot to clear has come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The back goes in motion. They're going to throw it again. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The shot that clears are moving quickly down the field. Going up top on 1st down. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him, and sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Brings up 3rd down.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. And the shot to clears will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Looking for a block. It's Rice. Makes a move. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Florida State. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Fires to the wideout. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And I've been there, fellas. This is no fun if you're a quarterback. All game long, you've got guys in your lap. You've got guys chasing you all the way across the field. You just never feel like you can get in a rhythm because this pass rush is in your face all day.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Chanticleers will punt this one away. Slips through the line. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Quickly to the tight end. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Seminoles want to move quickly.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can...
Going for it all. Touchdown, no! And the pummeling has started.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like, that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
They'll try to put it in drive this time on second down from the 22. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
There's a great example of living to play another day. QB in the pocket, nobody open, throw it out of bounds.
On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. It's caught. And what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. And the Chanticleer is getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. After they couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. Woo!
Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. The shot to clear, send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll bring it back. It's Rice. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his back in the middle. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Here comes the offense on second down. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Rice. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down. The Seminoles want to pick up the tempo.
That is just demoralizing if you're on defense, right? You're down in the game. It's the fourth quarter. You know you need to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the ball, but you can't do anything about it.
Hold it, open.
That penalty moves. Yards will replay the down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. This quarterback part of their running game. Knocked down for the tackle. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. On the move. Touchdown Seminoles! And the route is on. With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on second and long from the 17? He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And now such a tough situation. Late in this game, you're trailing, but now it's 4th and long. Like, it's one thing if it's 4th and short. This makes it even more difficult. You got to have something dialed up you feel really great about.
Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the... The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded. The run is coming. You know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Gets it to the back. Still running at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. The Seminoles come to the line in the hurry-up. Off the RPO, complete. Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And the stomping has commenced. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
Yeah, last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And after the incompletion on first down, this offense looking at second down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And maybe this guy was hoping somebody would bail him out, like a tuck rule or something.
Not going to be so lucky this time around. Give the defense credit. This pass rush is serious. It's real.
Touchdown, no! And the beatdown has ensued. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complimentary football.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Boston College is on top, but it's not like Matt Ryan or Doug Flutie are playing quarterback today, which is why they can't pull away. They're up by a field goal over Nevada. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. We'll see if this offensive line is ready for the blitz. He's looking for a man on second down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, the offense very fortunate to fall on that football. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Chanticleers will call on their punt team. Looking for a block. It's Rice. He's got great speed. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive at their own 48. They're working that left side. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The Knowles will hustle to the line. Comes out throwing on first down. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
After missing the connection last time, it's 2nd and 10 from the 22. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great, and as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
The offense lining up for a first down play. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The offense in hurry-up mode. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Quarterback keeps it. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
I love that play by the defense there. Hanging back, watching the QB's eyes. Great job in coverage on the back end, and then rallying to him when he decided to go try and run for it himself. Now this defense is set up 4th.
He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's got it. Touchdown Seminoles. And the punishment has been extended. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
And what can you say about this offense in this game? All season long, they've done enough to win week in, week out. Hasn't always been pretty. They haven't always brought their A-plus game to the park. But they won a shootout today. Both offenses trading blows back and forth, and they were able to come out on top. And the offense, to me, is the reason they're still undefeated today.
Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. And they just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
Give to the running back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to seal the edge on the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's in the fourth quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.